I just get a face on. That was attractive. Y'all, I had some very weird, very detailed dreams for the last few days. Hi, baby. And it's like, what in the world am I watching to trigger such nonsense? Is that you? Is that you, baby? Is that you? Sorry, guys. He's going through the doesn't want to wear anything but a diaper phase. And sometimes not even that. I just let my children run around like heathens. Because they are heathens. Alright, let's get a frickin' face on and let's talk this through. Does anybody else analyze their dreams like this? I just want to know in the comments. Please, do you have detailed dreams? Do you analyze this shit? I have dream dictionaries in my bookshelf, for crying out loud. Okay, so for some reason, there was kind of like a scary movie vibe to it. Probably because I'm like so wanting to watch some more scary movies, but I have to be very careful about what my kids may or may not see. So it's like, I gotta be like, ugh, this is inappropriate for you. You have to go away. So in my dream, I'm going to this like lunch with a bunch of friends, and some of them were very judgmental. Others not so much, but the problem was is that we were all paying for our food individually, but we wanted like a big enough space for all of us to sit together, right? This restaurant is a little bit more snooty for like a place that's almost similar to a Denny's. It was very snooty. So, needless to say, I'm a little embarrassed because I only got a small budget to work for the week. And they all want to go thrifting. And I'm like, hell yeah, let's all go thrifting. But I've got a smaller budget than I usually do. And I'm like, you know, I ate and I brought myself my own food. So I'll get myself something, but I don't, you know, like gorge my, my roll, you know. I realize that some of you that might be a little tacky, but I have like a rare medical condition in real life. I'm a carrier for it and I exhibit symptoms even though I'm a carrier. I've had fainting spells, dizzy spells my whole entire life. They always thought that I was hypoglycemic. I'm not hypoglycemic. I'm just a carrier for a rare genetic disorder. So I've learned throughout the years to always carry a snack and to always try to eat something before I leave if I'm not going to bring a snack. This is incorporated into my dream for some reason. And for some reason, coincidentally, I'm going to say coincidentally, even though I'm sure it's not a coincidence, but this restaurant is also linked to a movie rental or purchase place, kind of like Blockbuster, which is probably because I talked about Blockbuster a few days ago. One of my favorite films when I was younger was something that I saw with all of these friends who I'm actually eating lunch with. And if I didn't watch it with them, it coincidentally is a movie that I've talked about with them. So it's like, huh, I didn't realize that until I woke up that, you know, some of them I saw this movie with. The movie, The Grudge. Now, if you remember The Grudge, the whole premise is that, like, you enter this house, you enter into taking on a whole bunch of hauntings and entities and things that are going to get you. And it's not because of anything you did wrong. It's just because sometimes when bad things happen, a mark is left upon a place and it just never rests. So anybody that comes into contact with that place is cursed as well. Okay? That's the premise of the movie The Grudge if you've never seen The Grudge. It's kind of sad, almost Shakespearean, because nobody lives. So I pick up the movie and I was like, oh man, such good memories. And I put it down and I immediately pick up, I don't know, Paranormal Activity, okay? Essentially what I did without realizing it was I triggered the curse, but then I transferred the curse onto Paranormal Activity. Just roll with me here, okay? Because it makes no freaking sense to me either. Okay, so I transferred the curse onto Paranormal Activity, and all of my friends are like, oh, I like this movie. Oh, I don't have this one. Oh, I want to buy this one. And we all start buying one of the Paranormal Activity movies. Now, this is not necessarily a good thing. Obviously, there's several of us, so some of us go away without having a Paranormal Activity movie. And I even try to return the movie and be like, no, I don't want this. Like, I don't want this curse. I don't want this movie. And the restaurant lady wanted to give me fucking grief about it, and I even had to call my mom, and she had to come down and be like, yo, we don't want this movie. I have this movie. That was our excuse. We don't want this movie. We have this movie. So essentially we could give the curse to somebody else. Almost like The Ring in a way. My mom is such a charmer in real life and in my dream that the manager agrees with us and is like, oh, I don't know why this happened. And like there was also a situation with the whole lunch thing where one of my friends paid a vast majority of everybody's lunch, and I was going to pay for my own because like I couldn't pay a portion of everybody's lunch, but I could pay for my own. You want to follow that? Also, I had snacks. There was no reason that she needed to buy my lunch. I was fine. And so I went back to try and like, hey, yeah, I was supposed to pay for my lunch. My lunch is separate than theirs, even though I was sitting with them. And it was a whole hassle talking to the manager about that too. I felt like everybody hated me. Like my friends hated me for being cheap, even though I wasn't being cheap. I was just trying to be fair. Like, I don't want to be paying for everybody's friggin' lunch. And I realize that that's a very kind gesture. But they all know that I'm on a budget. And they have careers and I don't. So I didn't see a problem with me paying for my own lunch. That's how I'm justifying it in my dream head. So I go to return the movie back to where I found it. And the same waitress slash receptionist person that gave me that movie, hoping to spread the curse, was pissed that I was returning it. And I was just like, I already have this movie though. Just pretending like I didn't know. And she's just like, oh, well, that's not possible because there was something wrong with this movie, not the one that you're returning it. I was just like, yeah, I touched that one first, but I have that one. So I put it back right next to this movie, and then I picked this movie up. But I also have this movie without even realizing that I had this. And she's like, so you touched this movie? And I was like, oh yeah, I touched the whole set. And she's just like, oh, now I've got to contact everybody that had this set. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? She pulled some kind of nonsense to get that curse to go on to the other movies that The Grudge touched. I don't know why she did this. Maybe just to pass on the curse. To pass on the curse so that she wouldn't be cursed. And when I say I paid for my own lunch, I mean it was the smallest salad that you've ever frickin' seen. And a salad. Y'all know I was not full from a fucking salad, alright? There's nothing wrong with a salad, but I prefer a salad to have something a little bit more than just frickin' lettuce and sprinkles of cheese. Like, if you know, you know. If you've had a bomb salad from Red Lobster, you know those salads are the way to go. Okay, they got bacon sprinkles, they got egg pieces in there, they got avocado, they got various cheeses, they've got carrots, they got a whole slew of yummy, yummy greens. I got tomatoes, and I, of course, order mine without any dressing because I don't like any of the dressing, so I just grab my olive oil that I have here and I just spritz a little bit of that. That's all I need because it's tasty enough without any dressing. But no, in this dream, I got their cheap little Caesar salad thing that you can get from like Walmart without croutons. If you're gonna give me a salad, you better give me some fucking croutons. And like low-key, like I was pressured into getting this fucking salad because so many people were talking about how, oh, I need to lose weight. I weigh this much. I weigh this much. And I'm like, fuck, I just broke the barrier, bitches. I'm proud of the barrier that I broke. But you know what? I was full. I brought a snack. And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of craving a salad. But I thought that there was more to it. Long story short, the movie starts possessing other people and they start turning into zombies for some unbeknownst reason to me. I wasn't scared though, because I was like, alright, let's grab weapons and let's destroy some zombies. Like, it was just one weird thing after a frickin' other, and it was just like, there is no ties or connections to this. It makes no sense. Like, motherfucking, do you have ADHD? Because you might have ADHD if you can follow any of that, and it makes a little bit of sense. I woke up knowing it made no sense. By the way, I also just got diagnosed with ADHD. The things you find out in this frickin' world. Ugh. Also, I've been sick for the last couple of days. I might be pregnant. How are you? Peace.